So I am going to pick two case studies, one of them is an Indian case and the second one is an international case. Okay. Let us first look at the Indian case study. Oops, sorry. The Indian case study right, is a case study on the Alandur sewerage project, right. This has been provided to you, access to this case has been provided to you, so you can certainly read this case if you have not done so already, right. And what we are going to do, I am going to explain the case a little bit, right. So we will talk through the story of that case, but we want to talk about PPP was attempted, but was that the right thing to do, right. And what were some of the key strategic actions that were undertaken, what were some of the key risks in this project. So let us take this PPP and just look underneath the hood to see what were the risks in this project, what happened, was PPP the right option or not, okay. Alright, so first of all, quick geographical lesson, where is Alandur? Alandur is actually a suburb of Chennai, right. So for those of you who are in Chennai or those of you who have visited Chennai, if you come all the way from the airport into the city, right, you will essentially pass through this area called Alandur, right. So it was its own, it had its own municipality, had a municipal commissioner, etc. I think now of course it has been integrated into the greater Chennai area, but essentially Alandur is very close to Chennai, in fact very close to IIT Madras, by the way, just behind us, right. Now Alandur was thinking of a sewerage project, right, essentially a wastewater project, okay, and they were thinking of two parts. One is, so most people in Alandur, when there were most of their waste were being managed by using these technologies like septic tanks and those kinds of things. So you had a bunch of individual houses, the house would have a septic tank or a soak pit or something like that, and the wastewater would essentially be treated through those, and in some cases they would probably be just letting the wastewater out of the compound, right. So Alandur wanted to develop a sewage treatment solution. They wanted to do two things. They wanted to develop a piping system, right, where they would take all the wastewater from the various houses, establishments, schools, offices, whatever, right, to a centralized treatment facility, and there they wanted to build a sewage treatment plant to process the wastewater that was being generated by the citizens and residents and businesses of that municipality, okay. So the first question to ask is, look, was there really a need for this project? Were there a handful of houses that were generating sewage, or was this actually a widespread need? Was this a large enough problem? And I feel that for any project this is a question that you have to ask. This has nothing to do with PPPs, just a simple question on, is there a need for this project, okay. So when you look at Alandur, and this was about, we are talking about almost 15-20 years ago now, Alandur is a growing suburb, right. At that point it was really a suburb of Chennai, right, no longer, but at that point it was a suburb of Chennai, but it was growing very, very fast, right. It had relatively good levels of education and good employment. What that meant was there were a lot of people that were moving to Alandur, were trying to build residences in Alandur, land prices were low, schools were good, a lot of these people were employed in the IT corridor, and therefore they were becoming prosperous, families were growing. So the amount of wastewater that was being created there or generated there was very high, right, and there was clearly a need for some solution, some project, right. You really needed to manage the wastewater. So there was no doubt to me that there was a need for this project, right, and on top of it Alandur had a very poor sewerage network, right. So there was really nothing that was really containing the wastewater that was being generated, right. So all of this put together, this was not just some fanciful politician's imagination, right. Alandur as a community had a very poor sewerage network. They had a lot of people who were moving into that community, who were working in that community, a lot of sewerage was being generated, and therefore it was important that they come up with a project to collect that sewage and treat it in a treatment plant, right. So need for a project. Now the question is, should we do this project through PPP? Should we do it, just have the government do it through taxpayer collections, okay. So let us start addressing that question, okay. Alandur first proposed the creation of a sewage network, okay, logical thing to do given what we saw on the previous slide, right. There is an organization in Tamil Nadu, and many other states have this. It is actually, well, the precise name is the Tamil Nadu Urban Infrastructure Financial Services Limited. It is called TUFISIL is what we often call it. Within that there is a fund called the Tamil Nadu Urban Development Fund, right. This is a pot of money which is essentially to be spent on infrastructure development projects, but this is not a grant, right. This is not free money. Essentially municipalities are expected to borrow from this fund. So a lot of investors put money into that fund, municipalities borrow from this fund, and then they repay that money at some sort of interest rate, but this is essentially intended to help develop infrastructure projects, right. So Alandur said, look, TUFISIL, you guys are set up to help develop infrastructure, urban infrastructure, that is where the U stands for, in both TNUDF and TUFICIL, can you help us, right, because we have an urban infrastructure problem, right. So TUFICIL was only too happy to do it, and they said, okay, let's form a steering committee, let's help you figure out how to do it, and when it comes time for you to raise some funding for this, then I will be able to put in some money, right. So TUFICIL essentially became Alandur's project shaping consultants, if you will, right, formed a committee, etc. Okay. So it was very clear, you can do a little bit of engineering analysis and you can figure out, how many kilometers of pipe need to be laid, and given that you know the population of Alandur, you know what the capacity of the sewage treatment plant should be, is it 30 MLD, 40 MLD, so that was easy. Once you figure out what the project requirements are, you also then have to figure out how to finance the project, okay. So 1998 a consultant prepared a design, this is the engineering design, so that helps you understand what is the scope of the system, what is the cost, so many kilometers of piping costs so much, a treatment plant of so many MLD costs so much, etc., right, and the project cost came around 10 million US dollars equivalent at the time. The reason people were representing this in terms of USDs, if you get then funding from the Asian Development Bank or the World Bank or whatever, they can probably react better to a figure like this, okay. So I need USD 10 million from somewhere, right, to do this project, otherwise I am not going to be able to do this project, okay. But if you look at Alandur municipality, right, so normally municipalities collect revenue from a bit of property tax and a little bit of other taxes here and there, their revenues were very tiny, right, and remember the municipality needs to pay its staff, they need to take care of solid waste, they need to take care of street lights, footpaths. I mean, this is not the only expense for the municipality, and it turned out that given the revenues that they were making and given the expenses they already had, they did not have 10 million to spare to develop this project, right, which means they had to go and get the 10 million from somewhere, okay. So TNUDF said, okay, let us structure this project, right, as a combination of some loans that you will get from people, some grants that you will not have to repay, and also help the users, okay, who are the members of that community. Let us also see if we can get some money from them as a user charge, right, user deposit or user fees that will help fund the project, right. So they said, look, you can't, no one is going to give you 10 million, right, you do not have the 10 million. So rather than going and borrowing all 10 million and then being stuck with debt repayment, can we borrow a little bit, can we get some grants, and can we also get members of that community to pay for that project, right. So relatively good sound idea as far as I can tell, okay. And then they went one step further and said, look, we could just have Alandur municipality get all of this money, right, and then build it using, so all of the money comes to Alandur municipality and we will build it using our own funds, right. So it can be done through the public procurement mechanism, but there is one issue. The issue is that we do not know how good the quality of the construction will be, and very often municipalities at that time were very good at building but not necessarily very good at operating, right. And the theory behind PPPs, as we have talked about earlier, is that a private sector player often comes in with the capacity to build and the capacity to operate, and because they are being paid based on how well they operate the facility, they are probably going to be more motivated to do a good job of operating and maintaining the sewage treatment plant, right, because that is what is important. You build a sewage treatment plant so that wastewater generated from the community goes somewhere and gets processed, right. So you do not build it for the sake of building it, you build it so that it is operational, okay. So the track record of municipalities implementing this project, such projects, was poor at that time. And municipalities, the municipalities such as Alandur, small municipalities, etc., right. So TNUDF said, okay, let us perhaps look at what would happen if we did this BOT, which is called the private sector, or BOQ, which means bill of quantities, right, which is just another way of saying that the public sector would procure, because the public sector would then have created a bill of quantities, raised some funding, use some funding to buy and implement those quantities and run the project. So this is public and this is private, okay. So they analyzed the cost of BOQ versus BOT and said, if there is BOQ, then perhaps your operations will not be as efficient, and therefore the cost of operations will be much higher, maybe your construction is much slower, whereas with the BOT the construction could be much faster, which means you might actually start making revenues much earlier. So they did a bit of a comparison to figure out which one might be better. Simultaneously, alright, we talked about legitimacy. The Tamil Nadu government, we did not have any laws or acts or policies at that time. We enacted a government order legitimizing the use of PPPs in urban services. In other words, the government said, yes, it is possible for any department, municipality, whatever within Tamil Nadu to deliver these projects through private involvement and transferring risk to the private sector, right, because constitutionally it is possible to say that no, this is all the government's responsibility, right. How can you allow a private sector to build some what is essentially supposed to be a facility to be provided by government. So a law was enacted saying no, that is absolutely fine, right, the PPPs were legitimized, right. And so after doing this analysis, TNUDF said that the BOT, right, seems better than the BOQ, right. Let us give it to a private sector, they are likely to be much more efficient. We also have now legislation that says private sector participation is possible, right. So why do not we deliver this project via a PPP, okay, was the suggestion that was being made. So suggestion was made and we will investigate whether this was the right suggestion or not, right. And so based on all the background work, the council approved it and said okay, this is fine, this is logical, we need 10 million, we will raise it through these mechanisms, but we will not do it, we will give it to a private operator because they will be more efficient, okay, alright. Now remember there were there was a loan part, there was a grant part, and then there was this part about going to residents and asking them if they would actually fund part of the costs of the project and pay some kind of a tax or whatever to keep the project running, right. But about 80% of residents in Alandur were unwilling to pay tariffs for this project, right. So we went and asked them, will you pay an extra tariff for this? Most people said no, I am not interested, right. Why should I pay? Okay, first of all I am paying taxes, second of all the government is not really doing very much, so if I pay money, what is the guarantee that you will do something with it, right. So there is a big lack of trust with regards to Alandur, right. So the municipal council wanted economically weaker sections to pay lower tariffs, etc., which is also fair, right. Not everyone, rich people and poor people can't necessarily pay the same tariffs. So TNUDF came up with a graded system of user charges based on the plinth area of your facility, right. So depending, if you had essentially the idea is that if you are a rich person, you would live in a larger apartment and therefore your monthly tariff would be higher, right, whereas if you are a not so rich person, then you would live in a small apartment and therefore your monthly tariffs would be low, right. So that was essentially, so if you lived in a I mean the point is you would still, if it is a family of 4, whether you live in a large apartment or a small apartment, you are probably generating the same amount of wastewater, right, but clearly your paying capacity is different. So there was this sort of graded, as you can see on this slide, depending on the plinth area tariff was set, the smaller the plinth area the lower the tariff. Similarly it was not just for domestic connections, for commercial industrial connections, smaller offices paid less, larger offices paid more, offices in general paid more because they are commercial entities than residences, right. So they sort of said okay, will this help, okay, will you be willing to pay now, okay, but they did not stop at that, right. They did not stop at that because they felt that the answer would probably be the same. People might say yeah, okay, this is a good concession, but at the end of the day I do not want to pay because I think government should be doing this, and secondly there is no guarantee that if I pay right, that anything, but that anything will happen, you might just take all my money and do something else with it, or it might just go into the pockets of people and all those kinds of things, right. So a lot of distrust. So the municipality and TNUDF realized that you have to build trust somehow, right, and so they engaged on, in my view, a very unique stakeholder consultation process, right. So they first formed a team which had what we call the municipal chairman, or in other parts of the world it is called the mayor, right, other municipal officials, right. So essentially people from that municipality and representatives from TNUDF, right, a team was formed. Now these people, right, and particularly the mayor, I think we need to talk about this mayor for a second, I will not name him, but he had actually been elected, or he had been mayor or municipal chairman for 16 straight years, right, and these are 4-year terms. So he had been elected for 4 straight terms. Now this is remarkable because in most places in India, right, you will find that the party that wins an election almost always loses it the next period, right. And particularly in Tamil Nadu, we have 2 strong political parties, and during this time literally every election cycle you would see a flip flop. One election cycle the first party would win, second election cycle the next party would win, and these would often be landslide wins, right. It would not be sort of 45%, 55% vote share or seat share, it would actually be 80-20, 20-80 and so on. In this political context, to have been elected for 16 straight years, to have been elected for 4 straight terms is remarkable, right. It sort of indicates that this person has, he is the trust of the community, because irrespective of whoever is winning or losing elections at the state level or at the national level, this municipal chairman is being elected year after year, right. So clearly the municipal chairman has, there is something about him, right, the community trusts him. So this person realized that, right, and decided to play a very important role in the stakeholder consultation process, right. So essentially the team crafted a message based on data to convince residents. I will talk about that in a second. But essentially this mayor, this municipal chairman, in the morning gets into his car, his ambassador or whatever vehicle has been given, and drives around the municipality, right, literally goes door to door, visiting people, holds meeting at street corners, meets people from the resident welfare associations, and essentially tells them, as his loudspeaker where he talks about the project, literally touches almost everybody in that community, right, and personally says, look, we want to do this project and we want to do it through a PPP. Right. So first of all, if you are a resident in that community and you have a chance to speak to the municipal chairman, then you probably feel good about it and you probably feel that this is a humble person who is actually going to do a good job, right. So it creates that image. But you will still ask the question, why is it costing so much money, right? Isn't there a better way to do this? Why do I need to pay these user charges? Okay. So this is where the municipal office, the people who came with them, took the help of the TNUDF people and said, okay, look, here is the spreadsheet, here is the Excel on which the calculation is being done. Okay. Now you look at it and let me know. I mean, if you have a way in which you can modify this spreadsheet and come up with a better solution, we'll go with it. But here is what it is. Here's why we think, right, it's going to take 10 million. Okay. This then helps people convince themselves that, hey, I mean, these people aren't trying to cheat us. The actual cost is actually 10 million. So they kept project documents open to security, to scrutiny, crafted newsletters, press releases. So people said, okay, I mean, these people are serious. They're coming literally door to door and meeting with me, and they're explaining the project. And if I have any question on the financials, there's actually data to support why you're charging me so much, why it costs 10 million, etc. Right. So that was one level of trust that was being built. Okay. So they help. So TNUDF, I mean, the municipality may not have known the ins and outs of the PPP calculations and the spreadsheet and the financial model, but TNUDF did, right. So the fact that they were there helped clarify all of these issues. Okay. The second issue that came up is, okay, all of this is fine, but, and I know that you need this project, but how will you guarantee to me that this money will be spent wisely, right? Because if I give it to the municipality, it goes into the municipal account, then I don't quite know whether my money is being spent for this or that, because you are doing all kinds of expenditures in the name of the municipality, right. So Alandur said, fine, what we will do is we will create a separate account, right, we will create a separate bank account, so all of your money will go there. So be very clear that all of this money is actually going to go to build a sewerage system. Okay. Again the question comes in, how do we know this money will be used wisely? Okay, good that you are creating a separate bank account, but how do I know that you guys will use the funds in this account wisely, right? So the municipality said, you know what, we will create a monitoring committee and we will take some of your resident welfare association people, right, as signatories to this account, right. They will be part of the monitoring system, right. So it's not just us taking your money, putting it into account and spending it the way we want. People from within the community will actually help monitor. Right. So a lot of effort was put in, and this is not just going out and releasing a press release on this, this is meeting people, understanding their concerns, working with them and coming up with a system where people first trust the mayor, the municipal chairman and his office. They understand the need for the projects and the need for the funds are being sought, and they are given confidence, number 3, that they are actually going to, that these funds will be used wisely. Okay. So and then they were told, it's going to be easy when you pay your taxes, just pay your rents, your deposits along with those taxes. So I'm not going to create double work for you. Okay. And when this was done, what was really surprised is when they started sort of collecting money, people were so in tune with this project, right, and trusted the municipality so much that twice as much money came in from residents than was expected. Right, because normally when you expect residents to pay a deposit or a tax or whatever, right, you always account for the fact that some people will not pay, and TNUDF had accounted for this in their financial model. But it turned out that such a good effort was done in building stakeholder confidence that twice as much money was raised than expected, right. So a lot of money came in from the public. Okay. Right. So essentially the winning bidder was asked to, so they actually put out a bid to build a sewerage network, right, and build and operate the sewage treatment plant. They said the sewerage network, you don't have to do it on PPP, you build it and we'll pay you for it. Okay, so we'll come up with a cost for that, you will tender it out, you build it and then you pay for it. But the sewage treatment plant, let's do that on a build, operate, transfer. You build it and then based on your performance you will be paid a certain amount of money through the monies that the residents are paying us to upkeep the project, right. But the thing was, the same person was supposed to do both. right. And the idea behind this is very often what happens is people split these responsibilities. They say you build the sewer system, you build the sewage treatment plant. Then you have these issues of my sewer treatment plant is built but my sewage system is not yet ready and therefore my plant cannot be operated, or the other way around, the sewer system is ready, wastewater can flow in but my plant cannot be built, right. So essentially they said the same person must do both so that this interface is integrated, okay. So incentives were aligned. Alandur municipality also said irrespective we will guarantee a minimum flow of sewerage to you, right. Alandur municipality said look, we will design it and give you the design, so you do not have to worry about designing, design risk is on me, and the operators would be paid based on the quantity of sewage that was treated. So more sewage that they treat, more money that they make. So it is essentially a payment based on per kiloliter of sewage treated with a certain fixed minimum amount given guaranteed by the municipality, okay. So even if the entire community of Alandur went on a holiday, there would be a certain minimum amount of sewage that or sewage treatment amount that would be paid to them, but essentially beyond that minimum, the more that the project operator treated, the better their pipelines were, the more sewage they were able to take to their pipelines and take to the sewage treatment plant, and the more sewage that they were able to treat, the more money that they would make, right. So if their collection system was efficient, their operation of the plant was efficient, they would make a lot of money, right. So this was to incentivize them to build a state of the art sewage treatment system, okay. And I am not going to talk about the bidding, but there was a bid variable which was a combination of okay, what is it going to cost you to build the sewerage network and how much money do you want for, or how long do you want to operate the sewage treatment plant. So a number of people bid and there was some weightage between these two criteria, score was arrived at and somebody was selected who could optimally build the sewage network and operate the STP, okay. So a private operator was selected through a very non-controversial process, all this was fine, right. So if you look at, we talked about this earlier, how do projects get shaped, a concept was initiated, detailed studies were done both financially and technically, right, to come to some kind of an agreement. A lot of fears emerged from the community, why do we need to pay, and all of these were addressed before we got to project closure. So it is a very long and detailed process. They did not wake up one day and say we need a sewage treatment plant, okay, here is a design, let us get somebody to build it for us, right, a long protracted process, okay. So key issues, the project was shaped iterative methodically, the chairman played a pivotal role, we have seen this, right, and the TNUDF helped supplement the government's capacity. In fact, quite interestingly, TNUDF was going to give a loan to the government, to the Alandur municipality at about 16% or 14% or some interest rate, but because they got so much money from the residents, Alandur municipality went back to TNUDF and said I do not need that loan that you wanted to give, or I do not need that much of a loan that you wanted to give me, I need far less because I have already got money from the community, right, and as a result of which the interest that they had to pay was reduced quite a bit, okay. Stakeholder interests were well taken care of, right. So this is not the mayor's real name, but I just put that into mask his confidentiality. But if you look at it in terms of risks, political risk, the mayor was a strong champion of the project as we have seen. Economic risk, was there really a risk to the private operator, what happens if no sewage comes in, like a road where no cars go, there was a minimum that was guaranteed, and by the way, there is a certain community of people, everyone is generating sewage, right. Yeah, at any given point of time 5% of that community will be travelling, but 95% of that community stay there, they drink the same amount of water, they bathe, they cook, etc. The amount of sewage that is going to be released into the sewer drains is more or less fixed, right. So these are not really big risks. From a technological perspective, the contractor was very well qualified, and socially a lot of these consultations really helped win the confidence of stakeholders. So if you look at these key risks, all of these risks seem to have been mitigated, right. So if you look at it in terms of the framework, right, if you look at it in terms of framework, was there a legal framework? Remember, the government did say, right, that they created legislation or they created a government order to allow for PPPs, right. So all of these modes of procurement are possible, PPP and non-PPP. Was there political willingness? Absolutely, right. The mayor was a strong champion of the project, right. So again, nothing stopping them from doing it in the public domain, but could do it in the private space also. Fiscal space, did these guys have money? No, they didn't, right. So perhaps some kind of private involvement was required. Economic stability, again at the time we were talking about India shining, India was growing, a lot of these people were part of that growth story, a lot of the people living in Alandur, well educated, working in IT companies, TCSs, Infosys, salaries are rising, careers are growing. So economically, yes, really good environment to implement a PPP, still can do non-PPP but could also implement a PPP. Did the government have the capacity to undertake the PPP? Did Alandur municipality have the capacity? Not really, not Alandur municipality by itself. So just hold that thought for a second. Were people willing to pay? Not really at the beginning, right? Remember, people said they're not willing to pay, but they were able to pay. It's a pretty affluent municipality, a lot of people well educated, working in good jobs, and the project was of a decent enough size that there were really good returns to be enacted. Okay, so the initial condition, it looks like column 1 or column 2 have the most number of diamonds, but when the Tamil Nadu Urban Development Fund came in, right, the institutional capacity was strengthened, right. It was certainly possible to do a BOT because TNUDF understood PPPs, they were able to do the financial models, and as a result of the stakeholder consultation there was certainly willingness to pay, right, and therefore a BOT or a BOO again was a possibility. So again you see that this is the column with the maximum number of diamonds. In fact, all diamonds are there, right. There were initially a few diamonds that were not there, and then a few risk mitigation measures were enacted to provide diamonds on those rows as well, as a result of which the BOT or the PPP model was probably the most appropriate model for this particular project, which also explains why the project was reasonably successful. It was awarded, somebody came in, they built the project on time, right. So there were many successes with regards to how this project was undertaken. So this is a PPP in India, right, which was enacted as a PPP for the right reasons, right, and therefore was somewhat successful. Okay. Alright, now of course there are other variables that you can also consider, right. So you can look at is environmental sustainability. What about the private sector's capability, right? We've talked about institutional capacity among the public sector. Do we have private sector operators who can both build and operate, right? So there are a few other omissions to this model, and in fact there's some research that we did at IIT some time ago to say, look, can we put in more variables into this model. So Antonio Vives and his colleagues have 8 parameters, can we put in more? Antonio and his colleagues talk about risk mitigation tools, can we start adding some other risk mitigation tools, and essentially say if you have a gap, then can you use a tool to mitigate a gap, right. So this is not necessarily the perfect framework to decide whether PPP should be done or not, but it's a good framework, and as you can see it's quite useful. It's a framework that you can use to look at a project and say, okay, should we do it through PPP or not. So this was a more robust framework that one of my graduate students came up with, many more factors that were put in. We also said, rather than just putting diamonds, can we come up with weightages, right? Can we give each row a particular weightage, can we give a score, and can we come up with a numerical index on what is the quality of doing a public sector procurement, what is the quality of doing it on the BOT mode, right. So we've done some research on this, I am not going to bore you with it, but there is more that can be done. The point is that this is not necessarily the perfect framework. Our research isn't necessarily the perfect index either, but these are good frameworks, right, to decide whether or not such projects should be done on PPPs. Okay, right. Okay, just quickly, what happened next on this project? Project went well, the project was awarded successfully. TNUDF left after the project was awarded, right. Now here what happened was, if you go back to this chart here, okay, if you go back to this chart, this institutional capacity that we put in because TNUDF came in, this went back out, right. So the moment, because TNUDF said, look, we are here to finance this project, you have financed it, you have selected somebody, why do you need my help now, let's go away. But TNUDF was playing an important role with regards to capacity, right, they were helping monitor the contract, all of that, right. So Alandur was unsure about the contract, right, because they hadn't got into the details of the financing, the contracts, etc., and a few disputes started arising, right. So this is again an example of a project where the decision to PPP, I think, to do a PPP was the right one, right. It was done because people like TNUDF supported the project, TUFISL supported the project was awarded successfully, could have been monitored successfully, but because that capacity was taken out again, the project ran into problems, right. So the point is, those diamonds that we saw, they need to be there not just at a point in time, but across the life cycle of the project for the project to be successful, right. So this is a project that was successfully awarded and then had some issues going forward, and there were some disputes that were being resolved.